Plan for Factorio today is twofold. Number one, this, and that, and probably that all need to go. All of it needs to go away. And that's probably the biggest issue because my steel is vulnerable already. So that's task one. Task two is get blue science done. A long list, but I think we can do it. Where if I park, incidentally? Down here. Sure. So I want to start with this one over here. Because I don't want my steel line to come under attack. That would be undesirable. And then once I have this clearing done, we can go ahead and think about setting up oil processing. Is it that one? No, it's down to the south. Weird water bucket. 4 worms. We could... How far did we reach? If we set up on that cliff, they can actually hit everything. So let's do that. You guys sit there. And then you guys will be able to reach in. That takes care of the worms. And that takes care of the nest. We also probably need to work on piercing rounds at some point today as well. Especially now that we have steel set up. Because we haven't hit this point yet, but we're soon going to hit the point where normal ammo just doesn't cut it anymore. A little extra shooting speed, I think, is going to help quite a bit. There's worms done. Let's bring some of these turrets up. Let's keep the research going. Sure, I'll grab circuit networks. Get these tidied up. You guys aren't close enough, huh? How about that? So technically that should let us turn on this oil refinery. Although, probably need to wall it in. I guess I could just run the lines now. We don't have to go that far, we just have to run out to that radar. And then I can start building up a reserve of oil for when I eventually turn the refinery on. Because oil can take a little bit to pile up. Alright. So that's oil on. Oil processing done. We can now build refineries. I don't have enough iron plate to do it by hand, but once we get back to the base, we can set a few up. The larger problem being we still got to clear out a ton of biter nests. And then how bad is your pollution going to get? Like, are you going to expand out to there? I don't know. I'm going to say hopefully not, though. You have to go. Oop. It's a little earlier than I wanted to trigger that. We are on medium biters now. So we have tripped that evolution factor. How many worms you got? Just the one? No, 2. Can't quite be that ambitious. You're gonna need more. You only got 5. Alright, I think I can leave you and run these. Yep, sure can. We may actually need an ammo resupply after this. I would also like to expand the radar network out a bit. Might be time to start looking for some good choke points so that we don't have to do this clearing process as often. We'll just take care of that one by hand. You have a wave spawning, although it's not that big yet. But it does have a medium in it, so I probably need turret help for that. Excuse me, come over here. Thank you. Gotta be faster than that. Also, are you hitting my car? Get off my car. Clear all the circuit stuff we unlocked. We got refineries, fuel. Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can take care of some of these worms. Just as a little distraction for us. It looks like none of the others are now in range. So I can get these wrapped back up. Work on gates. Advance those in further. And then this is basically all I've got the bullets to do. We've gotten about half the nests cleared that we needed to. And almost all are like repair packs. So we're gonna have to come back and hit this, and this. After we've rebuilt ammo a bit. But that's a good start, and it lets us turn on oil. So we can start building up oil reserves. Up. Let me in. Clear out inactive miners. Coal and copper still going strong. Oh, I'm not sorting coal off of you. Hang on. That's why you're not running. I need to grab iron. I need an underground. There, that'll take care of it. Should keep both of those moving a little better. Iron is finally starting to back up. And then how many more repair packs can I make? 20? That's perfect. Let's repair our 3 damaged turrets. Let's repair our wall. It's our car. Check fuel. Fuel's fine. And then we'll get back out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think we still need to clear like 6. And some of them look a little big, but I think we'll be okay. I want to come in on this one from the side because I don't want to trigger the other nest that's right next to it. Okay, you're fine there. Ooh, you're not fine there. If I'm fast enough, you'll be okay, though. Because it's those I want to kill. I think you're good now. And repairing's basically free. So then we'll bring you up. Good. That one is probably the biggest one we're going to have to clear. And just to minimize the number of biters that it spawns, I think I'll hit it from the south first. Because it doesn't look like there's any worms down there. This should also get us a pretty nice iron patch if we need it. So let all that get cleared out. Work it out of your system. Then we'll bring these up. And then these are the ones that are going to go to town on everything. Not unexpected. But I can pull these back and fix them. And these front turrets can just hold the line. We did get like 3 nests done. And then I want to put them back in the same place. Maybe even a little further up. Okay, you two are going to need to get picked up. They've got the second nest down. We'll come back and repair them again. Slow but steady progress. I would love it if you would, like, kill the worms next. Because the worms are kind of your issue. There you go. There you go. Alright. Now we're in business. I figured it out. We are sort of starting to bump against evolutions that are going to make this not possible. But at least in our current world, this is still possible. Piercing ammo is the next thing that's going to need to happen. And it should be fairly easy to set up, because we already have copper on the belt and we have steel on the belt. We can just run it straight down. This one. There you go. You guys will be fine there. You're not getting hit by any worms. In fact, there are no other worms. It absolutely wrecked in that case. Done. You also have no worms. How curious. See? Oh, you have spitters now, though. That's your new special thing. That's a little bit of a problem. But it shouldn't be anything that a bunch of turrets can't handle. One wall is being attacked. Oh, fuck. They're actually going to break through that if I don't go deal with that. Good thing we're done over here. And I've got bullets in the car, too, so it's alright. Yep, wall's down. I know. Okay, what else needs to be cleared? You. But you, since you're hitting me in a vulnerable spot now. You've earned yourself my ire. Is that a medium worm? No, I can't tell. It is a medium worm. Wonder how long those have existed for. Well, let's get that cleared out. Then I'll get you cleared out. Let's just wiggle back and forth a bit. Are you going to be able to hit those turrets? I can't tell. It looks like no. And that should take care of the rest. So as long as I make enough piercing rounds to secure the base, we actually may just go straight to tank. And then tank should make clearing trivial. So tank can basically clear anything with enough patience. And cannon shells. God, that's a fuckload of worms. come here, please. I think I want to hit, like, here. That's not where the turrets are. Also, there's mediums in there. You gotta move. You're gonna have to creep around to the south. Alright, it's ugly, but it does the job. Bring these guys in as well. Just see how much you can kill before I have to take you apart. Answer, not a ton, but I'll take that. How many of the worms did you get? Oh, all of them. Holy cow, okay. Never mind, I think we're actually sitting really pretty. All of them except one. There we go. Alright, base is secure. For now. We have removed enough nests that our pollution cloud isn't really going to trigger many attacks until our next big expansion, which is going to be building out the manufacturing for blue science. So until then, we've bought ourselves a brief break. And I really don't see... First of all, is that it's huge. But second, I don't really see any natural choke points here, which kind of sucks. We probably want to expand our radar array a bit. Let me get refining set up, and then we'll probably go and do that. So that we can see more of the map and kind of start to figure out what we're working with. So, how many refineries do I want? I'm going to start with 5. But I'm going to plan on going to about 3. So that's what we'll build for. Also, I need to go borrow some green circuits off the belt. Also, this whole thing can get cleaned up. You are completely done now. Structure explosives 1 done. Give me tool belt. We're not getting enough iron down the belt because ammo's consuming it all, but as soon as ammo backs up again, we'll be okay. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. So refinery is going to come up here. We already have our piping set up for advanced coal or advanced processing, which is really nice. I think you're going to go like here, here, here. Something like this. You're going to come out to here. You're going to come out to here. Well, I don't need to hook you up yet, actually. But let's just make that reminder. So it's going to be offset by 1 when it doesn't need to be, but like that's just the way things line up sometimes. And we'll live. 3, 4, 5. Power, power. Put pipes in. And you can start running. You should... Oh, no, because I have the circuit condition on. Yeah, kill that. That will actually turn the oil train on. Do basic petroleum processing. And then this I'm going to send back out this way. So it's going to run out here, turn into oil products, and then it's just going to run right back in here. We can set up for advanced oil processing later. We don't need it right now. For now, all we need is sulfur. Which is going to take water, which we already have. You know what? I'm going to fix this right now, because it annoys me. You're going to come in like that. I can't do it like that. Oh, flip. There we go. I'm not going to be able to do it like that. You need to go here then, which I think is where you were. It is where you were. Oh, well. You win some, you lose some. And then over here, because we probably want to pull more things off of that belt, I'm going to set it down by 1. I need to research sulfur first. Alright, fair enough. Also leave room for power poles. In which case you probably want to do like 12 instead of 5. Because then you can do pairs of 2. So that's going to be sulfur, once we've unlocked sulfur. Then this is going to dip under. It's going to spit sulfur out, inserter, belt, space, pipe. Because for plastic, I just need pipe and coal. But I'd prefer to use long-handed. So inserter, belt, space. Belt, long-handed inserter to reach over pipe. Pipe is going to come down this way. And then we're going to have another 6. And these are going to do plastic. So unlock sulfur for me, because I need that right now. You're going to be water. And then you I can adjust. Something like that. You come out this way. Good enough for me. Sulfur belt. Here. Coal belt in. You need 3 more red inserters. You can do the pipes as well as long as you're here. Here. Here, here. Here, here. Weave this under. And then reds are going to go like here, 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 and here. No, that's not going to be right. They're not going to grab off that belt. You need to put them... You need to move this whole thing in. You don't actually need long-handed inserters for that. You can just have normal inserters. But you are going to need to upgrade your power poles to big poles so that you have full coverage. Something like that. You're going to be an underground. Because plastic is going to come down this way. And that's plastic done. So now we need to plug coal in. We'll do that by moving this wall. Split here. You are priority input to the boilers. You are non-priority input to the plastic. How are you guys doing on power? You're doing okay. No real need for intervention right now. I actually think I want this whole wall to go. Because I'd like it to include the refinery now. So we can move all of this. Rip all this out of here. So the bus is going to end up absorbing these steam boilers, basically. Also, as long as I'm down here, reverse the direction on this whole belt. And then what is the ratio for normal to piercing? 0.16 to 0.16. So they need to be 1 to 1. I need 6 of these. I can do that. How would I do that? Inserter 1, I only have room for 1 belt there. I guess I can run them out along this way. So, inserter, belt. But this at least gives me room for 2 belts. We're going to... If I have 6 it would be 6 copper is going to be the biggest thing you need. Yeah, you need like a little under 6 copper per second. So what you can do is you can set up the merge up here. So you can split copper off here. You'll split steel off here. This is going to go under. But then that's going to go under again. You're going to come down like this. Then I'm going to need like 4 of these. Oop, that's not gonna work. Why did I think that would work? It will if you go like this. And then you replace these. Can't explain how that works, but it does. And then belts are here. Need plastic. We're really getting into the spaghetti now. But that'll do. And then I need red inserters. And you're going to need big power poles for this as well to get the range on them. And then rework your cabling so it doesn't look atrocious. That's a design, kind of. in some ways. Then we'll run you back this way. You need to go, unfortunately. Price progress. And you'll wrap up like that. And we're going to feed you into a box. Red ammo done. And as for you, since you've now outlived your usefulness, just start putting it back on the belt. So, red is working away. We don't really need to do sulfuric acid at this point, but we probably should, because I want to be mining uranium as fast as possible. We're just going to need one chem plant for that, though, and then you're going to need a splitter. And we're just going to run it straight back up here, because sulfuric acid is water and sulfur and iron, I think. So we'll rip iron off the belt down there. We'll drag it up here. Split E. Well, no, put the chem plant in first, because you just want the chem plant to touch the water. Like that. Sulfuric acid. Now you want it to be one further, like that. You're going to want to use a pair of undergrounds. And then run a belt up like that. Insert like that. Output like that. You're going to need 2 undergrounds for that. And the splitter is going to go there. And then this needs to get moved, which is going to kill your grid. Whatever. It's fine. You come up here, plug that in, sulfuric acid done. So now when we unlock uranium mining, which is still a ways away, we have the uranium ready to go. We have the patch ready to go. It's just right over here. It's probably close enough to pipe even. So there's not a ton of work that we need to do on that. And then with plastic, we technically have everything we need to produce blue science. We're just going to produce it extremely slowly. So while plastic finishes, let's go lay down a couple more radar arrays. And keep scouting so we can think about where some of our more permanent defenses are actually going to wind up. I really don't want to have to deal with regular biter expansion. I would love to just put up some big walls, defend them, and then not worry about it ever again. Alright, I hate doing this in the car. The car is a little too janky. We'll come back for the car. And just to get good coverage, I'm going to run these out too. It's there. Also, I'm just going to copy and paste it. How far out this thing go? That far. Okay. For this, look at the car. I'll deign to use the car for this. Copper is going to be what you run out of. That should be enough power poles. But I guess we'll see. Wish I had bots. God, the car. Car is not good for this task. I should have learned my lesson. Here's those connected up. And then there's one more place out here where it got a little confused. Oh, never mind. It all actually fits. So water's a good sign. Water is possible choke points. We'll see what this radar has to say about what's actually going on this section of the map. Biter nest isn't great, but at least we know it's there. And I think the radar will be far... Oh, it's 2 biter nests, but... That's probably one that needs to wait for a tank. So you sit there and run. Let us know what you find. Plastic's almost done. We'll head back to base. We'll set up plastic. We'll set up red science. We'll set up engines. And then we'll be able to do blue science. Again, very slowly, but we'll be able to do blue science. What do I want to fit you in? First, can I actually do this from the map? I can. Oh my god. That rocks. I think it's probably just going to come up here. So you're going to go like that. 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 We're also going to need copper for red circuits. Because we're going to need to make extra cable. We're redlining the grid somehow. That's horrible. I really don't want to add more steam generators to this, but I guess I have to. They're just so stinky pollution-wise. So you come up through here. You, copper. I'm gonna poach from way back here. This whole wall, realistically, is just gonna come out. I don't know. Something like this, maybe. And then one assembler making wire. Well, no, maybe I should do this. I need to back it up a little bit. I have the beginnings of an idea. And the idea is, what if I put a splitter here? I feel like it's going to be overbuilt, but what if you turn in like this, you turn in like this, and then the copper or the plastic gets split, comes in like this, goes underground. I don't know if I'm going to need that or not. And then plastic also comes in like this. Goes underground. And then we weave this backwards. We would have 2 racks of assemblers that would go here and here. No, one more. They would go over 2 more. Here and here. You would run down this way. Inserter, belt, belt. You would run down this way. But these would actually make copper. See, that's the thing. That those would make copper. So you just go like that. You would go like that. You would have you like that. You would come back up 1 more. I actually think that 1 blue is probably fine. So you would go like that. This would be copper wire. This would also be copper wire. You would attach it to your grid somewhere that made sense. And then you would output like this. You have 6 factories making reds. Or 6 factories making greens. Which means that... No, I don't want to autograph it. I want you to put it as a recipe. Each one of these uses 0.16. So if you have 6 factories making greens, those 6 factories are each producing 6 per second. Let's say we want to consume 3 of them. We'll just take 0.16 divided by 3 divided by 0.16. It's 18. You make 2 per second. It's actually, I'm going to have 12 of these. The copper wire is actually my limiter. We'll knock these out quick. You run up here. You run up here. And then back down the middle is where they're going to send the finished red circuits. So that's how that's going to look. Get you done as well. This can get moved. These need to be backed up a little bit so I can put power poles in. You didn't, but that's okay. Get blue science ready. We're not quite ready for it yet because we still need to do engines, but we're getting there. And then HEU is going to get a yellow. And a yellow. And a long hand. And then we just need to run plastic over here, which is going to need an extra splitter to go like that. But that's where the plastic is going to come in. So let's go grab it. And then in the meantime, we'll just keep everything else researching. I also think we're getting really close to drones, which would be great. We don't really have the power grid to support it. I feel like I need nuclear to happen first, and then I can do drones, but we'll see. I don't even remember the order that you unlock them in. So plastic's going to come up this way. There's plastic plugged in. Grid's doing okay. We're redlined, but we're not having brownouts. And I honestly don't know how far over to pull this thing, so I'm just going to put it here and know that eventually I'm going to have to move the plastic belt over. So that's red circuits on. The other thing that we need to turn on is engines, which is going to be steel, iron, and that's it. So if we're going to make blue science, sulfur is not a problem. We can make as much sulfur as we want. It's going to take 0.06 red circuits per minute. We're currently producing 0.08. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can support like 10 blue science factories. 10 blue science factories is going to take 0.4 engines per minute. One assembler makes 0.05. We're going to need 8 engine manufacturers. So because I don't have anywhere better for them, let's just shove them in here. We'll do it all inline. You're going to be steel. You're going to be gears plus pipe. We're going to need 1 extra assembler to make pipe. You are all going to be engines. You are going to be pipe specifically. Which means over on this side, we're going to need iron to come in. But that's the world's easiest split off the belt. We go yoink, yoink. We need to make sure we're loading gears onto the near side of this belt, so that's going to work like this. Which means the pipe is going to need to go under. We're also going to need a splitter and 2 undergrounds. Split here, underground here. And then I need to carry steel all the way through. Steel has not been carried through yet. It still lives all the way back here. So we're going to need like 10 undergrounds. And a splitter. And the splitter is going to live here. The gears are going to go underground. Then the steel is going to go underground. Engines. Sort of. Engines. There you go. Now, Story, here's the big news. She's making her own World versus World website. That rocks. I am going to make the assumption that because she has not told me about that, that she doesn't want or need my help on it, but she is welcome to reach out to me if she thinks that there is something that I could contribute to that initiative. I need to improve this gears throughput. You guys are too slow. Has she said what she wants the function of the website to be or anything like that? Or is it just like I'm going to make a World versus World website at this point? Nice. I'm very excited to hear more about that plan. Do you really want to belt engines? No. You want to do like this. And then you want it to run like that. You want this to go under, split it. And then loop that around like this. I hate this base. This base is so ugly. But it works. It's to be a help desk resource for World vs. World, like a phone book. That sounds like it's gonna rock. I love that she's working on that. Is this really the best way to do this? Like, think to yourself. Is this really... Is this how you want to do it? Yeah. It is. How many did I say I needed? 8. I think I got 8. You make 0.08. I don't know. I'm gonna make 8. I'm gonna make 10. I think I said I could afford 10 blue science producers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're gonna run in like that. You're gonna run down like this. I was just talking with Cecil earlier in stream about how World versus World could always benefit from more player-created resources like that. So I'm excited that she's chosen to work on that project. We've had a lot of really interesting conversations about like the state of pug tagging and open tagging in the NA Alliance's Discord and what we can do to incentivize people to use that more, so it seems like she's definitely found a solution that will work for her. I gotta make military science still. Yeah, you didn't even think about military science, did you? And if you're going to be going on a biter purge, it's gonna matter. It is gonna matter. Huh. I just really want to defend the factory perimeter first. I would feel so much more comfortable scaling if I knew that I did not have to manually clear nests constantly. Alright, surely you don't need sulfur for anything else. We're just going to run it straight across here. It doesn't need to go that far down. So long, 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 long. Long, 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 long. Technically functional blue science. Now we run it through this rat's nest. Our iron production is nowhere close to good enough. Research our modules. Maybe that's the solution to our power problems, is just to start running efficiency modules and everything. Really turn down the amount of power that the space actually consumes. Might have to minimize pollution too. It would make it less important for us to defend perimeters as much as we are. Maybe there's something to it. But then we would just need to scale up our red circuit production, which you can't do yet for a variety of reasons. Alright, blue science plugged in. Just make sure that we can actually pull out of the assemblers. And there it goes. So we also need to work on military science then. But we kind of have military science done already. Because military science is walls, piercing ammo, and grenades, and walls and piercing ammo are done already. So, like, we could just cram that down here, I guess, and that would be fine. Also, have you emptied the old ammo box yet? Are you done spitting ammo out? You are done spitting ammo out. I can throw all of you in there. Radar, what have you found out here? No real choke point to speak of. It's just a lake. That's unfortunate. If I expand you up by one, you do stop before the water. So we could do that. Grab batteries, because you know you're going to need them eventually. I'm just thinking. What I'm thinking is, I don't feel like a perimeter defense is reasonable at this time. And maybe the best way to go is actually mining outposts and flamethrower turrets to distract from the main base. Let's go put in 3 more radar outposts. Where'd I park my car? Here it is. I want to start scaling up. I want to start to build like some real furnace stacks. Although maybe with blue science turned on, we unlock electric furnaces and then we can actually make like real person smelters rather than coal dependent smelters, and that'll be our excuse to scale up. Yeah, let's do that. I think that makes sense. Because then I can actually build not future-proof smelter arrays, but smelter arrays that will last us until Vulcanus, when they all get replaced with forges, or whatever those things are called. You go like there. No, you go. That's fine. Who cares? It's whatever. What if she made a website that has everything related to Guild Wars 2 World versus World in one place? Like guides, links to Discord, links to World versus World related websites. What I would think of immediately is what does that website do that Meta Battle and Guild Wars 2 Mists don't already do? Like, not everything needs to be a business, but I would definitely think about making a World versus World website in terms of what are the usability issues with existing tools that your product is designed to solve. I'll ping her after stream. I'll see what she thinks. I'm probably only going to go for like another half an hour. I think I've accomplished a lot of what I wanted to set out to do in Factorio today. We've got blue science done, even though it comes in at a trickle. We have basic oil refining done. We're producing our first couple oil products. We got our initial nests cleared out. We've achieved many of the things that we set out to do. And it will give us a good foundation to grow on. But yeah, I really just want to start putting in things that are like real. Things that are going to stand the test of time into the mid-game. So we don't have to be running this god-awful spaghetti base anymore. Oh, it's way down here. There it is. Said something about targeting new players. Yeah, I'll follow up with her after stream and I'll see what she's thinking. You are going to wind up in the ocean. All right, let's leave that one for now. Can't wait for bots to do this. Reset was our reset was good. We had a nice time. We bodied Jade for a bit because it felt like they couldn't really get big enough, and then Prosecute floated onto map, so you're fighting Jade and SE, and it became a lot more competitive. I still need to send them GGs. What tier are you guys in these days? We are in 3, I think, right now. We've been holding pretty steady in 3. Fuck, Pico and Bada. Who is Pico? I don't recognize that name. How do I feel about the T1 matchup this week? Have I seen it? I have not looked at it at all. I actually haven't been paying a ton of attention to the tiers lately because I'm confused about how our team, which queues all 4 maps in NA Prime, is like in T3 and sometimes doesn't win NA Prime skirmishes. It's crazy. Like, our team is so stacked on NA, but is unable to win NA skirmishes. This is here? It's a study of the algorithm? In what way? Like, there's maybe something here, but my pollution cloud is already there. is the thing. Like, there's nothing to soak up this pollution because this desert's massive. I really do feel like I'm just going to have to go with active defenses. Like, we're going to have to set up a train to run bullets to outposts. Maybe that's not horrible. I don't know. We'll see. I'll have a think on it. You guys looking fine here? Like, we could do some fancy circuit wiring with it. Or we could read belt contents. Yeah, you're running right now. You're just slow. All of you are running. That's great. Love to see that. Sulfuric acid's full. That's great. Love to see that. When do I get uranium mining? Mine entity uranium ore. I can do that right now. To see if matchmaking is correcting itself by the third or fourth week. Like, is it balanced? It seems like matchups have gotten closer after the time zone changes, but I haven't looked at it too closely. You only need blue science for nuclear power? Holy... Hold on. New plan. I have miners on me. It's time to run the world's longest sulfuric acid pipeline. I'm going nuclear. It's just so much easier to deal with. Went to Disney World this past weekend. I heard about that. How did that go? Did you guys have a fun time? Was it like family vacation stuff? Fuck. This shit. Disney World is the one in Florida. Yeah, and then Disneyland is the one in California. I can never keep the two straight. Yeah, Amanda did Disney World, I think like last year. She said the Guardians of the Galaxy ride was really cool. The Star Wars Cantina was really cool. There were a couple other rides that she went on that she really liked. I can ask her about it after I'm done. But yeah, she spoke very highly of it. She said they've really set up some interesting rides and stuff. Changes every year? I mean, some of it changes every year. They're not like swapping Epcot in and out. Epcot's kind of like evergreen. Right about here should be good. And then we'll turn you. What do you mean uranium mining not researched? I have to research it first? Oh, well. At least the belt's done. I thought I could just slap a miner down on that. Fill all of you in. And that should all be on now. Yep. Sulfuric acid showing up at the mine. Alright. Where do I get uranium mining? You require concrete. Let's get concrete done. I'm also going to set up a concrete factory, now that I think about it. So that is brick, iron ore, and I think that's it. True? False? Iron ore, stone, brick, and water. Yeah, okay. Let's get that ready. I think I can just shoot you straight up here. No, I can bring water down. I'm going to set it up like here. We already have water down here. So I'm just going to bring it down a little bit further. And then you're going to go like this. And you're just going to run across like this. That's going to require a T2 assembling machine, because it needs a fluid input. And then the iron input can get split here. Just siphon it off down this way. And the brick can get split here to siphon it off down this way, and they'll just meet in the middle. And then I can route them directly into those assemblies. We're going to need those to make our centrifuges anyway, and eventually we're going to need them for the nuclear reactor. So it's better to start them now. Then I think later we need like refined concrete for the rocket silo, but I don't quite remember. But we can just tack that onto the end. So we'll say like this. I can fit 4 in. 4 will be fine. Clear all these fluids we unlocked. Why are my labs slow? Because you only have 10. I think it might be time to put the other ones in. Your power grid can't handle this, but oh well. Your power grid is just going to have to deal. You're also going to need more yellow inserters. Probably should have picked up some green circuits off the ground instead of handcrafting them, but a little too late. Oh, that's actually a problem. How? Hold on. You need to go like that, because you're only supposed to be on one side of that belt. Military science needs to fit in there eventually. Pico is a Zerg Buster guild. Alright, I'll keep an eye out for them. They sound like a fun time. That sounds like, oh, who was that old guild that used to do that? I'll remember them. They ran like 8 Hollowsmiths and 2 Firebrands. Their guild leader's name was like Mio or something like that. TKX. TKX used to do a bunch of that Zerg busting stuff. I don't see them around much these days anymore. I don't know if they're retired or what. But they were always interesting to have around. They were never big enough to, like, push, because they were always the small group, but they always spiked hard enough that you had to respect the fact that they were there. Yeah, we're just flickering on the edge of brown out here. Which, turning on a bunch of labs is not going to make that any better. But it is going to speed up our research. So that's nice. And then then for military, yeah, just grenades. So we need iron and coal. We can split coal off anywhere around here. We're so constrained. Maybe my best bet is actually just a rush tank. We could steal from the end of the fuel belt for the generators, actually. We could put military science like up in here. We can belt the inserters in. We can belt the walls in. These can just act like buffer chests. And then we can run it straight back down. That could work. That could work, man. That could work. Anyway, there's that done. So if I did do that, what would that look like? Let's find out. Let's do an experiment. Let's put some puzzle pieces together. You're going to need 2 belts input. You're going to need 1 output. No, you're going to need 1 input. You're going to run 2 belts out of this. It's just easier. You can fit 10 in. And I think you're just going to have to live with that. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to have to reposition the plastic belt. Feels like the February patch is going to bring back an old meta, like we're going back in time. I can see that. There was a time when World vs. World players really didn't care all that much about barrier or alacrity. And now they're going to be forced to not care about either barrier or alacrity. The question is whether we're going to go back in time to like a 2021 meta, when personally I think the game was close to or like at the peak of its fun. Or if we're going to go back to like a 2019 meta where everyone just blasts stealth and the whole meta is just like degen tactics that aren't actually fun. I don't know which one of those we're going to get. It's a real inside of you there are 2 wolves kind of problem. Oh, you need grenades too. Yeah, where are you going to shove grenades into this? I know where you're going to shove grenades into this. This is going to be the most fucked up military science build you've ever seen. I'm just warning you now. It's going to be heinously ugly. It's going to be really bad. Like this? And then 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 2, 3. Plastic needs to get moved again. Needs to get moved all the way over. Yeah, it needs to get moved all the way over. I think you need to do like this. You need to do the classic belt under the factory. Does that give you enough space? I think that gives you enough space. Is this a problem? No, that's actually a solution. That's a solution to a problem that you didn't even really know you had. Yeah, but now what do you do, though? Oh, I know what you do now. Okay. Now this is pod racing. Huh, wait, hold on. This isn't quite right still. No, this will work. This is the worst factory I have ever built. The worst specific build that I have ever built. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's so functional, but so ugly. Work on this. Need to comment on the forum post? Yes, man. Keep that forum post engagement going. Wait until it's about to fall off the first page, and then go comment. So grenades here, right? But then grenades here. Sure, I'll take ball conservers. Why not? I could do you know what? I could do solar power too. I hadn't even thought of that. I don't know that I have any reason to when uranium is already like really good. But we do have an enormous amount of land out here. And I have everything I need to do solar right now. That's a really interesting thought. I haven't done a solar base in such a long time. But like nuclear just scales so much better. I'm not gonna set either of them up tonight, so I guess I'll just think on it. Also, these all need to be nice poles. Because you need to be able to reach into the middle. Now, how is this gonna work again? Oh, I remember how it was gonna work. Yep, I got it. Okay. Good. Everyone's still with me so far. Do you trust me? Do you believe in me? Do you believe in a thing called love? Yep. Yup. Yup. But then... Okay. Now, how does this belt escape? This labyrinth. Over here is actually probably fine. You're going to come in like that, like this. You're going to come down like this, come through here. This part is going to suck. Trying to loop things through that. I guess I could come in from the top. Here, 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 here. You know? Mm-hmm. Good. Yep. Mm, mm. Why not? Sure. You go through here, yeah, and then more of them. More. Even more underground. Can we get much deeper? Oh, and it's right there. Oh, it's perfect. It's like it's destiny. Okay. Good. Don't come up here. Don't look. I'm building an abomination. I'm building something that doesn't deserve to exist.
I mean, I have news for you. All of Factorio looks like an abomination.
No, but like this is cursed.
How? It's all ugly.
I mean, yeah, everything on the screen right now is ugly, but in other games that aren't this one, I've built some things that look nice. This is not one of them. I hate that. But, like, other things don't look horrible. Okay, so you now need to come up here. Get on board. Yup. Yup. It's a good thing that I left myself this weird one gap space. It's like I knew I would need it. Okay, whatever. You're gonna... There's a solution in here. There's a solution in here. It involves a splitter. It involves an underground, because everything involves an underground today. Yeah. No, this is good. That's it. This is the one. He's free. He's liberated. And then over here, split me. Insane. It's done. Everything is hooked up. No, I still need to run you around. Okay, but that's easy, man. Compared to everything else we've suffered through today, that's easy. I do need like 4 more undergrounds, though. You can also start making concrete. Once I... Oh god, I still need to hook you up. Okay. We can do this. We're fine. Compel for iron from you. So you're gonna run like this. And then you're gonna load onto this. Sure. Queue up anything. That's fine. Wrong. Cool name. Azure, what's your name in game now? Didn't you start naming everybody after like cities and guild wars or something like that? Why don't you work? You do work. Hold on. So Ginger Hammy? Hey. Ginger Hammy? Thanks for the sub. Appreciate it.
See me?
You are on camera right now, yes. Most people do call him Noxy. I call him Azure because that's when I knew him. I want to watch this come alive. This should work, man. This should work. Oh, it works. Oh, it works. Noxty is his original name. He was just Azure when I first met him. Back when we were both kids. Okay, so that whole lane is done. It's spent. It's expired. Electricity is getting bad. But I don't want to add more boilers in. I should. It's so easy to. I'll let you know that everybody from my youth who I've told that name to thinks that name is very funny and it's cool and popular. So, don't hate. Can you go? You can go. I don't know how you're still powered, but you are. So, let's just not touch that. Okay, extra power. Now, where did that biter attack come from? There. There's something absorbing pollution right there. Let's go deal with it using our new piercing ammo. We'll come back, we'll build a mine on our uranium to unlock uranium processing, and that, I think, will be a perfect time to wrap up for the day. We've gotten a significant amount done in Ye Olde Factorio. And our biggest problem that we need to solve next time we pick it up, which maybe we'll do some this weekend, it depends on what the weekend looks like. What kind of stuff we have to get done around the house, what kind of work I have to get done before next week. But if I have time to stream over the weekend, I would really love to A, set up nuclear power. We're not that far away from it. And B, I would really love to build... Whoops. I would really love to build some more permanent infrastructure for the base. I would love to set up like some permanent smelting racks, some ones that we're actually going to use until like mid to late game, so that we can just have them configured and then not worry about them again. Come here, please. Come here, please. Yep. Okay, piercing ammo, still very good. You guys deal with that. I'll come and bring you some more friends. Where are you going? Land reclamation, mostly. I will employ the forbidden wiggle tactic of my ancestors. And that's about that. Piercing ammo. Just as effective as I remember. Also, well, I don't know. We'll see how much we can get done next time. We might conceivably get to, like, unlocking bots, but we're not really going to be able to set up a proper logistics network until we're in space. And we really don't have the infrastructure for space right now. So we're probably still, like, 2 or 3 streams away from actually going into space and getting space science. But it'll happen faster than you think. So let's go plug uranium in quick. Do not get hit by a train. There's no train coming. I don't even know where that nest expanded from. Like, it made it so deep into my pollution cloud. Over here, cool glowy rocks. This is not the configuration that's going to work, now that I think about it. We still need to run power poles and stuff in between them. You need to go like this. Yeah. You're probably the closest power I have access to. There is uranium processing done. And so that's also where I'm going to be done with stream. I think that is a natural place to wind that up. We have accomplished many things. We have expanded our pollution cloud pretty significantly. We still have a lot of hostile neighbors to worry about, although we do have a potential wall that we could put in, like, here. It's a bit of a long one, but even, like, one less front to have to worry about might be a positive at this point. There's also maybe one here, depending on what these lakes are doing, but we'll continue expanding radar array. We will continue working on industrialization and modernization of our factories, and we'll see if we can't get a rocket into space sometime in the near future. So if you want to be around for when that happens, I've got a Discord. You can join it if you're interested in getting stream pings for when we're going live. And there's a VODs channel if you need to catch up on anything that has happened in the past on either this series or other series that we have on the channel. I'll see you guys around this weekend if I'm able to stream and if you're around to make it. Otherwise, hope you have a good weekend, and I'll catch you around on Tuesday for more World vs. World. Take care. Have a good weekend.